Hello guys and welcome to Jasmine's Reborn Nursery. Here I am with Mrs. Journey. I'm going to do a fake milk bottle very quick with you guys and show you that for those who was concerned about her dressy outfit because it's cold weather, now she's more warm. Thank you for you're concerned about my baby's health. Now she's not going to get any cold or anything. So she's very warm and cozy and she feels amazing because this is a very warm outfit and she feels very warm to the touch. So she's now better. I changed her last night because last night was a very cold night and I put her in this Carter romper and socks and knitted boots or booties, and she has her mittens and a hat. So she's super warm. She is very cozy. So I want to start saying thank you to all of you for your great comments about my last video about costumes, because you all have different experiences and that was very fun to do because you share with me your thoughts about when artists are the ones that are not fulfilling their work and they take the money and don't communicate and have your doll without any progress for months and months. And that's another video. But you have to try to look for sometimes you have to pay more in order to have a artist that has a better reputation. But this is a hard job, guys. I wanted to let you know that it's a very time consuming job, and you said, I'm going to do this baby first and then I'm going to do this other baby, and it can't, in between you can have a lot of weeks and months. And when you see, for example, I have a baby that is for December for Christmas, so I was like, oh, I will have a lot of time, but we are in December now, so I don't have a lot of time. So I start rooting her, hopefully today, because we were in a little vacation. Let's say vacation, but it's not vacation exactly. My husband always take his days off when it's our anniversary, wedding anniversary. So we take the kids to the beach and we do some quality family time. Because in Puerto Rico it's like summer, so we can go to the beach on November, so almost December, because it's the 28th. So we have fun with the kids, and that's another thing that I couldn't work. But we have to stop sometimes. When I come home from whatever place we were, I came and kids to sleep, all body, all go to take a bath and sleep, and I wanted to work, and it's because we want to be truthful and we want to try our best to provide what we said we're going to do. And sometimes you have life and you have kids and you have family and all of that, and sometimes you need a recess a vacation mode, maybe 1 or 2 days that you take off and do something for yourself and not working, because when you work at home, and it's very hard to stop. And sometimes I stop working at 2 a.m. to wake up early, and I feel very tired. So sometimes you need to stop. And I have to say that, in to defend our artists. But I know not everyone is truthful, and I know not everyone keeps their word. So this is a case by case. You cannot say all artists do this, and all your artists are getting your money but not working, not communicating with me, with my customs. So with Journey, I have an exquisite experience with Cheryl. When she started my baby, when she received even the blanket, she sent me a video. So I thought, all artists do that, but I realized that it's not. Not all artists work the same. They are not the same. They are not communicating the same. They don't have the same communicating skills. They don't believe the same things. So it's a case by case. All artists are not the same. Let me move myself for you to see her better. But yeah, guys, this whole thing about costumes and artists are a very hot topic, but overall, we have a wonderful and very special place to be, because I was thinking too, I'm going to say this first, because someone asked me because of the prices and talking me about other artists that have higher prices. But I have to say this: when you have, for example, some of you know that me and my son take classes, violin classes. So when I was purchasing his first violin, we spent like $100. Very cheap for a violin. It's a very cheap price. And when he grew up, and reached other sizes, because you have to move to other sizes because of the length of his arm. So now he's a full size. That is the bigger size. And when we went to purchase, before my doll collecting, let me say that, because if not, I would not buy those expensive things, Anyways, I'm going to try to bring the violin here and take pictures and put in the screen for you. Or maybe at the end of the video. The thing is that I can buy a violin for him because he was beginning, very cheap price. But when I decide, now you are grown up, this is a lifetime violin, you are not going to change anymore, because this is the bigger size, the full size. And I went and purchased the best I could afford at that moment, and it cost me like $1,600. So I am back with the numbers. So if I saying that wrong, I'm going to put that in the screen for you to make sure that I did the same, say it correctly. But was a very expensive one. You can buy a violin for $100, but you won't get the same quality of wood, the same quality of painting, and the sealing that they use for sealing, the sealer to seal the violin to last forever. And a lot of things, the violin sounds different because of the structure and also because of the wood that has been used. So if you purchase $100 violin, it's not going to sound the same as a $1,600 violin. And that $16 violin, $1,600, is not going to sound like a 3 or 4 or 5,000. You can buy a violin for $15,000. So this is a range, and I can relate with that with the reborns, because you can buy a reborn very cheap price, or let's talk about silicone because it's expensive. You can buy a silicone baby that is cheaper. You're going to get cheaper everything. Maybe the steps that the artist use, and the painting doesn't last the same. The silicone is not the same. So it's a lot of things that are different when you're paying, and it's supposed to be like that. Sometimes people ask for more and they are not bringing quality. Let's say that. But the normal thing is that you're going to pay for more quality. And if you have a silicone doll that $5 or $6 or $7,000, it's supposed to be a better quality doll. So you're going to have more. But if you want to spend 2,000, let's say, you have to adjust your expectations to that, because it's not the same. It's not going to be the same. And sometimes we think, to experience silicone, I'm going to buy this silicone is $1,000, and you're going to experience a $1,000 silicone. It's not the same as high-end silicone. So you can't be thinking that all silicones are the same, because you experience one and the cheaper one. So what I want to say with this is, in the doll collecting hobby, that's a range for everything, and you're going to pay accordingly, hopefully accordingly with the quality you're receiving. And when you are buying anything, if you're buying a car and you want a lot of amenities and luxury, you're going to pay more. That's in all things. If you're going to buy a house and you want a big backyard and a good neighborhood, and you want that has security, and you have whatever you think is the best, you're going to pay more. That's what is happening right now in this world. So with the dolls is the same. I don't consider myself as good as other artists, so I think I'm cheaper, but I don't consider my work is so bad that I have to sell beside from what I spend to construct that doll. So I am in a middle range, I think. That's my point of view. I don't know what you say, what you think about me, but I have to say that if you see, sometimes we see a very high-end artist, very high-end doll, and we want that a beginner or middle artist do the same work, and you send a picture, I want a baby that look like this, but it's not going to look like this, because you're not paying top dollar for that. So it's going to be at the abilities of the artist you are reaching. So you're going, and I said this very frequently, in normal circumstances, you're going to got what you paid. Sometimes, because that happened to me, people said some things that they are giving you a quality doll and they are not giving a quality doll. And that made me sad, because if you disclose that, maybe I could, sometimes we're obsessed with a sculpt or a baby, and no matter what people said to us, we're going forward. But what bothers me is when people lie. I'm sorry for the noises. This is where I live, and this is why I don't like to make videos on weekends. Anyways, what have me, make me sad, made me feel bad, made me feel mad, let's say, is that people told me lies, told me the truth. When and I always refer to my experience that I have before, because I have babies that the artists were not sure about the hair, were not sure about how they're glued the hair, or how they painted some part of the body, or the kid has some imperfection, and all that people told me, this is what the doll have. I don't know what you think, but you disclosed that to me. I end up buying the baby because I was in love with the baby. But tell me the truth. But it's another whole topic, because that give me stress again. Anyways, the thing is that I'm going to change Mrs. Twyla, because Journey was changed last night. So I'm going to change my Twyla. She's Jasmine. I'm going to put her in the bed and continue chatting with you. Well, guys, I'm here with Twyla, my Twyla. Her name is Jasmine, and this blanket is from her artist, and it says Jasmine all over and over and over. It's beautiful, very soft. She was reborn by Tiny Hands Forever. That's her nursery name. And she is my little squish, because she's so, poseable, and she's like a bowl. You can make a bowl with her. Anyways, I am all over the place, I know, with this video. I didn't have a topic per se. I was wanting to say thank you for your good comments in my last video, and I ramble a lot. But want to update to you what was going on in our little vacation, and wanted to talk about about some things that people are always asking about, why the variety of prices, why they don't have a price for example, when I start collecting, at the beginning I saw that when they were rooted, they were more than $500. But right now I saw painted hair babies with very, very high prices. That depends on the artist. That depends on the artist. I'm going to say, I'm sorry. I'm going to put this ballerina cat's outfit on her. It's a long sleeve onesie with pink and white stripes. It's newborn size, and it says so cute. I'm going to have her in long sleeve onesie, because I have my other babies in long sleeve onesies or PJs. So I want her to be matching with them. Maybe I can take a picture with them all together. And if you hear in the background some noisy baby boy, he's my baby because he's the smaller. His name is Josiah, and he is almost 4 years old. Next month he's going to turn 4. So I told he's my little mouse, because he's always all over the place making noises, and and making mess all around. But that's the crazy life of parents. It's beautiful, but it's crazy. And this pink socks for her. I need to buy clothing. I have to save something random here. I have to buy clothing for my babies. And I went to Carter, but I purchase only for the babies that I sell. I don't purchase for my babies. And it's very sad, right? But hopefully I can go, because Carter here in Puerto Rico, where I live, is 2 hours of distance. And that's a lot for me. It's just traveling 2 hours and 2 hours back. So it's a lot of time for me. But I really need to go and buy some clothing for them, because, you know, sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes while I am bonding with a baby, I'm deciding if I'm going to keep the baby. I'm not buying anything. And when I buy clothing for them, it's because I think they are going to stay for a longer period of time. I'm not saying that any baby is not going away, because I was very seriously thinking about selling all my reborns. This is something that happens to me very often, because I feel that I have too much. But then I change them. I take pictures and I love them again. So right now, they're going to stay. But I am adding and planning to add more silicones to my collection. And that's when I start thinking where I'm going to put all those babies. And I need space and all of that, you know. But then I spend time with these babies and I say, you know, I can have a place. I can reorganize. I'm going to figure that out. So I really don't know if I'm going to have all my reborns or just keep, you know, a smaller amount of reborns, or if I'm going to have silicones. I'm going to make those decisions, you know, step by step when they are occurring or happening. So, but that's some thoughts that I have. Guys, I know I was all over the place, so I'm sorry for that, but thank you if you stay until this part of the video, because I know you have your privileged time and you decide to spend that time with me, and that made me very happy. So thank you so much for your support. And if you're not subscribed but you like this content and you're first time here, I hope you like the content and subscribe. So until the next video, guys, see you later. Bye bye.